Hi, at the Max 6. We are back at the Mecca, and it's been a long time, Brad. And your face is lean, and we are T-minus 2 weeks out. What's going on today, man?
Here we are at the Mecca. I'm 2 weeks out from the Nordic Pro. I took this whole year off. The Olympia last year was the last time I competed. Made some improvements. I switched over, started working with Matt Jansen. Matt wanted me to take the whole year off. He didn't want me to compete until next year, but I love competing, so
you can't do that.
Yeah, we kind of struck a balance. So I'm heading over to Finland, gonna get my ass kicked over there, and then on to the Frigno 3 weeks after that. And hopefully I can fare pretty well there. So I'm excited. Made some great improvements this year. Matt's really helped change my physique in a lot of different ways. And
I want to talk some more about the mat after the workout. So what are we training today?
We're gonna hit some chest and some light shoulder work. And should be a fun one.
All right, thanks, Brad. You're on.
All right, so right now I'm just warming up. I'm an old man. I got old man joints, so I like to get in, especially on pressing movements, and I do some tricep extensions. My left tricep tendon's really bad. I've been fighting that all year, so I'm really trying to get that warmed up. And I've had pec tendon issues over the years, so I really try to get my pecs warmed up. So I'll do some cable flies, do some extensions just to warm up. Not really pre-fatigue. And then move into some pressing movements. That's what we're doing here. Up. Let's go back and see what we can find for equipment here. It's kind of a busy Saturday, so what I want to do and what I can do might be a few different things. So luckily you can think on the go.
You made that look easy.
Not too bad for an old man.
You're not that old.
And the technique I'm going to use here is a rest pause. So my initial phase, I'm trying to get 10 to 12 reps. I want to fail within that range. Then I take a 15-second break, and I go again to failure, hoping to get in that 6 to 8 rep range. I take a 15-second break, and I go to failure again. I'll probably get in the 4 rep range. So that's how it's supposed to be set up. We'll see how my strength and endurance is here. So just really one true working set. So we did a couple warm-ups, and we get this done. Alright, so exercise number 3, we're going to go to this Nautilus press. And the way I'm going to set this up is I'm bringing the seat really high and I'm pitching the back forward a little bit. And what I want is it's almost going to be like a decline press. So I'm keeping my elbows up and I'm pushing down as I drive through to work on the lower thickness. We have a couple decline press machines, but I just don't feel a great contraction out of them. So I feel this the best, besides this, like a decline dumbbell. But when you're training on your own doing decline dumbbells, almost near impossible to get near weight. So we're gonna improvise and do some decline on here. probably 2 more working sets just like that. I think on the last one I'll do a drop set. So just try to add different intensity techniques. I'm training on my own, I don't get that assisted rep type stuff. So things like drop sets, double drop sets, rest pause type exercises. Those are things that you can add more reps, add more intensity in your workouts when you don't have a training partner with forced reps. We're going to use the same machine but a different variation. I'm going to drop the seat down and I'm actually going to do a neutral grip close, see if I can build some more thickness in this inner pec here, try to close things up a little bit. I was going to do some dumbbell presses, but it's a shit show over there, so stay in my lane, not kill anybody. So. Let's see about the weight.
I'm helping.
Gotta drop down a little bit to make sure I get in the rep range. Doesn't mean you failed. I want to try to keep those reps clean. I don't want to jerk everything, so I had to drop down so I can get some actual clean reps in. Last one. Size 5, we're going to move on to an overhead shoulder press. But the way I position my arms, the bar on my hands, it actually, for me, it's more of an upper pec. So I get a little bit of front delt out of it and some upper pec. I've been finishing almost every chest exercise workout this year off of this, and I'm seeing a lot more improvement in my shelf and my upper pecs, which is one of my biggest weaknesses. So it's as easy as you go. You want to keep your hands kind of locked in. You want the bar to almost sit on the palm of your hand. As you press up, keeping your shoulders back and really engaging that upper pec as you come up. Alright, so we're going to finish up the chest portion of this with this free motion seated fly machine. It's great because you can do some presses on it, or you can really get wide, do some flies, change the angle how you want. I'm going to go for more of an incline type fly to really hit that upper pec a little bit. I use an extra pad there to so I can get a deeper stretch, because if not I bottom out too much. So put the extra pad in there, it gives me a couple extra inches so I can get a good stretch in. That's a wrap.
Boom. Hi guys, so we just wrapped up a good little chest workout just 2 weeks out from Brad's next show, and this is actually take 2 because we already did an interview. That's why he's wearing different clothes. And then the data got corrupted for some reason, so Brad was actually a good sport. We were doing the interview today. Brad, so this is your big comeback, man. You I don't know to call it a comeback, but you took some time off.
1 calendar year off.
That's a long time for you.
First time since I started competing that I actually took a whole calendar year off. So when I hooked up with Matt Jensen this February, Matt wanted me to take the entire year off. He didn't want me to come back until like next spring. And for me, I kind of look at it as a balance of needing to make improvements and needing to get my face out there, as a competitor, as an athlete. Nowadays, unfortunately, it's not like the 90s where, placings and winnings is all that matters. Nowadays, there's sponsorships and everything, and your ability to make a living for yourself is all about exposure.
Your brand.
And you're branding yourself. Yeah. And I find that my brand gets better the more I compete. Even if I don't place that well, people just love to follow the journey. Even since in the past couple weeks, my following's gone up a ton. in a short period of time. So, you know, this is all about branding myself as well as trying to be the best athlete I can. So we kind of compromised, and we shot for something. We're shooting for the Nordic Pro in 2 weeks now. I had originally planned on doing something in August because I was just getting the itch to step on stage. We were going to try to push it and do Hong Kong. But, you know, I just really kind of sat down and thought about things. If I wasn't trying to qualify for the Olympia this year, then why rush it? Why even jump in a show pre-Olympia? Might as well take the extra couple, you know, the extra month or so, whatever it is, to improve and be my absolute best. So that's why we chose the Nordic Pro. It gives me an opportunity to get overseas, again, building my brand, working on, you know, building a fan base overseas, and competing against some of the best guys out there, because you're going to get a lot of the top guys from the Olympia tour. They're going to hop in there. So it's not going to be a cakewalk at all. I'm going to get my ass whooped, but it's about getting out there.
Yeah, I love what you say that. Talk to me a little bit about, you know, you were with Chris Aceto for years. You guys are good friends, and still good friends, and then you decided to make a change. Talk to me about what it's been like to work with Matt.
You know, it was, I love Chris, and I've got nothing but amazing things to say about him. You know, he had faith in me that I didn't have, and, you know, he's done wonders with my body. For me, it was just all about just doing something different. You know, I'd had a lot of digestive issues in the past, and Matt had really kind of kept an eye on me as a fan, really, and would kind of chime in, send me Facebook messages, ask me if I'd try this, if I'd try that, help with digestion and things like that. So I was really impressed with Matt's knowledge and the way he approaches prep. Not just eat this, do that, but having the body function in totality to make it the most efficient possible. So
very smart for a young guy.
Yeah, he is. He's very intelligent. So, you know, I was kind of intrigued by that. And I've seen some of his work. You know, obviously he did great things with Dallas, and you know, he had been alongside Justin Compton through Justin Compton's big rise. You know, so he's been around the block and worked under the tutelage of Neil Hill. So, you know, he's an educated guy. I just liked, you know, some of the approaches that he took with diets. He used a lot more fats in his diet than Chris did. So it was just kind of changing things up, just seeing what someone else can do with my body. And he does training as well. And I was impressed with some of his training techniques, some stuff that I kind of had skewed away from a long time. He's bent over dead rows and deadlifts and squats and things like that. So,
there you go.
Positive.
Every single time we shoot in Venice at the Harleys.
So I'll talk a little louder.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we started out prep, our off season this year in February, and you know, I had taken like 14 weeks off, really just kind of training lightly. I stayed really lean. I was doing kind of like a ketogenic diet and not eating much at all, really, to be honest. And when it came time to kick up food, I was having a hard time digesting a lot of food. So that was kind of right around the time that I decided to switch to Matt. And Matt started me out really slow, and he understood my desire to stay lean in the off season because, you know, commercial acting and things like that, I can get a call in a heartbeat and I have to show up to an audition. I don't need to be shredded, but I need to be in shape. I'm not going to be a huge frame, a big bodybuilder.
Blob,
so I need to be, you know, the pretty boy in shape to nail some of the roles I get. So he understood that concept. And slowly and surely we, you know, started increasing calories. Got up to a point that I was taking in 700 grams of carbs a day. And
what a diet.
I was handling it like a champ, you know, like I wasn't feeling bloated. I wasn't getting fat at all. You know, I was maintaining great body composition with very minimal cardio, and that helped prep out so much because when it came to actually kick things up, like I dieted on like 500 grams of carbs for probably 3 months.
Wow.
And then, you know, only up until about 4 weeks ago did we even drop below 300 grams of carbs.
Wow.
Actually, I was just above 300. I was like 310, and then at about 2 weeks out, we dropped down to about 240.
Wow.
And it wasn't until about a week now.
Since after the Olympia.
Right after the Olympia is when I kind of asked, hey, can we really turn things up? Let's go crazy.
Yeah.
We dropped things. We're down about 140 grams of carbs today, but we're still some added fats as well.
Yeah.
You know, so cardio hasn't been extreme at all. The most I was doing was like 5 30-minute walking sessions a week. He wanted me to stay away from stair mill, things like that. It wasn't until this past week that I've really been cranking it up and doing some stair mill so I can kind of etch some detail on my legs. So prep has gone as smoothly as possible outside of breaking my foot and a couple infections. And
I've seen some of the pictures, and I think you look great. What do you think? Are you happy with the progress?
I'm happy. I really am.
That's important.
You know, and then that's, for me to say that is a stretch because I'm the most hypercritical person. We all are in this sport. But, you know, even though I've put on some size, it's more or less, it's the shape of my muscle. It's got a different look to it. It's got a rounder look to it.
Nice.
I've made improvements where I need to, you know, not where I need to be competitive, but my back has come up, which was a major weakness of mine. My chest has come up a decent amount. I'm actually excited to start off season again, and I haven't even hit stage yet. And usually I'm worried about getting on stage, but I'm excited to make things, keep rolling here.
That's awesome.
And also right around that time that I switched over to Matt is when I signed with Anabolic Design.
Yes.
Joe Binley from Project AD. I had known the VP, Frank, I'm going to murder his name, Colchina, forever now. He's been in the industry forever, and when he signed on with the AD to be the VP, he threw my name out there as an athlete he wanted to take on. So
nice.
He set me up with Joe, we had a long talk, and I really liked where Joe was coming from. Joe makes excellent products, and a lot of pros, top pros, use his products, on the side because of the great quality it is.
Nice.
And he's all about reinvesting his brand. Every time they grow and expand, all he does is reinvest into more product, into better manufacturing, into, they remake stuff, they make products better all the time. They're always trying to evolve.
Nice.
And I really like that. It's not just about taking money from people. It's about putting quality products out there. And both Frank and Joe are workaholics, and
just like you.
As an athlete, you appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's you see them on the road nonstop, leaving their family, trying to make this brand grow, and it makes you want to push yourself. So, they got some great products. One of some of the biggest ones that I use are Matador. It's a glucose disposal agent, and like I said, as I was taking 700 grams of carbs a day, that was really helping, keep my insulin sensitivity up and keeping body fat down. It just kind of helps shuttle nutrients in the right direction.
Nice.
And then Ravenous they have, which is a digestive aid, and it kind of detoxes your intestinal system. Plus, it has some added digestive enzymes. For someone like me that's always bloated and gassy, that's like my gas is extremely minimal compared to what it used to be.
Nice.
I used to be embarrassed to come to the gym sometimes. Be in any public place. So, it's been a great year. And,
Good.
I'm really looking forward to 2017, even though 2016 isn't over yet. But I think things are on the right path in a lot of different directions in my life.
Well,
right
Brad, I'm so glad we got to shoot today. It's been a long time, and I'm so glad we got to connect because, you weren't competing and stuff. So I put it out there a few times, but so I'm glad you took my word to it. And also the Furingo's coming up after this one.
The Furingo is, yeah.
We'll get another
5
shoot.
weeks from there.
Yeah, that'll be great.
And again, I want to thank you, Dave. As I said before, you're great for all of us athletes out here in Venice, exposing us and getting our names out there and our brand out there and just, helping promote bodybuilding and fitness in general.
That's my pleasure, man.
And Muscle Insider.
Right. Good luck for you in 2 weeks, and then we'll see you before the Furingo, man.
All right, Dave. Thank you.
Bye.